Hello and welcome back to VA Tech Work. So today we are going to continue building our blood donation application. As you can see here, we actually created the routes, but now we need to start building our homepage. So if you check here, you'll be able to see that in our homepage here, we have our navbar right here. You can see the other part here that you are calling the hero section. So we have the featured section here, contact section, and the last thing is that we have the footer right here. So what you are going to do is that first of all we are going to start with creating our home page, and that means that we need to create all these components. So we are going to start with this component that is navbar right here. So another thing that I wanted you to notice is that when you click on for example about us here, you can see there's a smooth scroll, and you'll be able to be taken to this here the part that you are calling features section. Also, if you click on the contact us here, you'll be able to see that there is a smooth scroll to this section where a prospect can be able to add their information. So what we are going to do is that now let's get into our code right here. And the first thing that I need to do is to install a certain package. So I'm going to install a package that is called React Scroll, because that will help us to scroll to the section that we want. So I'm going to add a CD into my front end, and here also I'm going to add npm install and then React Scroll, so that it will help us to scroll to the section that we want. So let us install that, and because it will be taking some time. Also here inside the component, we only have one component, which is menu. So we are going to add another component that is navbar here, like that. And then I'm going to use this shortcut here to create the component here. And then let me just make sure that I remove that import there. So here we can be able now to create our navbar. So I'm going to push this down, and let us scroll, let us start building our navbar here. Another thing is that also, before I continue, I notice like 80% of those people watching this YouTube channel, they have not subscribed. So kindly subscribe and also like this video, and remember to turn on the notification bell. So now what we are going to do is that we need to have a logo here, and also we need to create these three links here. So let's do that. So the first thing that is that I have the logos in my downloads here. So this logo here, you can see the logo here, and also we have our hero, this hero, and our logo here. So I'm going to copy all of them like that. Let me make sure that I get them, and I add them at the here under the public. So let me scroll down here. So first of all, let me just remove them. So I'm going to close these node modules here, and I'm going to add those two icons or two images here. So let me just scroll or just take them and then add them in the public folder here. So and then the other thing is that now inside here I can be able to specify them. I'm going to import above here. I'm going to import a link here, and this link I'm going to import it from React Scroll. So React and then scroll here like that, because this will give us a smooth scroll. And then here inside we can now design our navbar. So the first thing is that I'm going to add the class name here like that, and we need to create a design here. But if you come to this our application here, you'll be able to see that we have home. We need to show the navbar. So let me first of all import the navbar in our home page. So I'm going to open the pages, and then inside the homes here I'm going to add now the navbar. So let me import the navbar right here, so from the components. And the other thing is I'm going to now design the navbar. So if I save that and come back here, you'll be able to see that this will change to navbar. This should show us the navbar, and because we don't have anything inside the navbar, that's why you cannot be able to see anything. So I can add the text like that, and then when I save that, you'll be able to see now our navbar right there. So now let us make sure that we design our navbar. So here I'm going to add the styling. So we are going to start with display flex. I'm going to add the items to be center, to be on the same line. I'm going to justify, and this time I'm going to justify between, and also I'm going to use to give it a height of 100 pixels, and I'm going to give it of the padding of let's say 200, and you can see here this is a padding of horizontal, so that's why you can see it is px here according to tailwind. So if I do that and then come back here, you'll be able to see where it has been positioned. So and now here we are going to add now the logo. So I'm going to add the image here. I'm going to specify the logo. So my logo is logo1.png, and then the other thing that I want to specify here is the height and the width. So the height here, I'm going to add the height to be 200 pixels. The width should be 200 also. And also the other thing that I want to add here is the class name. So for the class name here, I'm going to add the styling to be cursor, to be pointer. So when you hover over that image, you'll be able to, your cursor will be, your mouse will be cursor. So if I see here, you can be able to see that we have that, we don't have any, we cannot be able to see the logo. So I'm going to come here and check here, and right now the only thing that I can see here is the icon. So I don't have the logo right now. So what I'm going to do is that, let me check if I can get the png. So I think it's this one. Let me just open it. So let me see it here. So I think let us also make sure that we scroll this and push it here like that, and then you need to go to the other application. So let me come here to the application that is called blood donation. Inside here you can go to the front end, and then public here we need to get this logo one here .png. So this one is the png file. So we are going to get that and place it inside the public here, public folder. So also let me close other parts here and our home. So if I just here, let me just save this, and then when I come back here to now my application, I think it should show. Yeah, you can see now our logo is right here. So we need to create now the other links now. So after the logo here, we are going to have another div, and that will hold all our links. So the div here, here we are going to add the class name and start styling. So the styling here, we are going to add flex. We need to display them horizontally, so we are going to use display flex. We want them to be on the same line, so we are going to use item center. Also the other thing is we need to justify evenly so that they can be spaced evenly, and also the other thing, we need the cursor to be pointer for them right here. So now I can add those links here. We need to have those three links here for the first one. So the first one, let me start with the home. So this one, let me add inside now this link here. So the link, so for the link inside here, we are going to start the home, or to add the link here to be home. And you can see here this link is from React Scroll here, so that we are going to add certain things that will help us to scroll. So here we can format that, and then here let me add the styling first of all. So our styling here, we are going to add the margin right to be at least have a space, and also the text here we are going to give it like a font size. like that. Now inside here also we are going to add several things. For example, this one for the home page, we are not going to add to something because we are not going to use it to scroll to anywhere. So the other thing is we can add the smooth effect. Yeah, so smooth effect here we are going to add it as true, and also we can add the duration, so the duration that we want to take to scroll. So I'm going to take 1,000 seconds. So and then I can copy this and paste it twice because we have three links. So I'm going to add it here and also right here. So this one, for this one is for about us, so about us here. So let's add about us here, and also right here for the other part is contact us. So contact us like that, and then let's come here and add the to prop. So here I'm going to add this prop called to, and then this one will be, we want to scroll to hero. And also for this one, for contact us here, we need to scroll to another part that is called, which is our featured. Actually, we don't need to have this forward slash. We need to just have the hero here. We are going to have a featured. I think this one we can add as a contact like that. I think this is okay if we add contact like that. So another thing is, I think that's still okay. Or for our hero here, we can even add here, like this one is featured. So let's add here featured, and also here we can add as to scroll to hero. I think that would be okay. So here we can add the where we want to scroll as hero. So if I do that and then come back to my application, you'll be able to see that we have these icons here. So if you check here, at least these ones have a font size, or the full font is at least have a weight. So what we are going to do right here is that we can add that and say font to be semi-bold. So I'm going to, or even medium. I think medium is okay. Let me check. So the medium here, yeah, I think we can go with the font medium. So font should be medium. So should be medium like that. And also for this one here, font here should be medium. So let me add it here. So I'm going to scroll up to here and add font should be medium, so like that. So I'm going to save that, then go back to my application here, and you can be able to see now we have these links. So we can go to the next section here, which is this hero section, which we are going to build in a few. So now for this section, the first thing that you need to notice right here is that we have a background image, and now we have this text and also these two buttons here. So let's create that. So in our part here for our components, we can add another component here that is called hero.jsx as our component. I'm going to close the navbar here, and then here I can add RFCE. We are going to make sure that we add in our home page now. What we are going to add, we can be able to import this hero. So I'm going to get into the home page here, and then going to, let me first of all save this, and our home page here, I'm going to now get the hero. So the hero part here, we can import it from our components like that, save that, and then inside here we are going to now create this hero section. So let's add that. So here, if you want to add a class name or a background image, so if you want to add a background image in React, in Tailwind CSS, So what you are going to do is that you can be able to add using these square brackets here, and you are going to specify using the URL here, and after that we can be able to add now inside here we can be able to add the URL of the image. So like that, so inside here we can just specify. So let me just use a single quotation here like that, and inside here we can add hero 1.jpg like that, and when I save that and then come back to my application here, let's see if we have saved it. Cannot be able to see it, so we need to do several things. So for example, we need to add here, we need to add like bg no repeat, so like this one, because we don't want that image to repeat itself. Also we need to add pg cover, and also we need to add to center it, so you're going to use pg center, and height will be 85, so 85 vh, so 85 vh like that. And then the other thing is we need to give a padding of let's say 200 pixels, the same with our navbar. So if I do that, let me save this and go back here, check, and you can see it has now been pressed here. We have our background image. So if we add anything inside here, it will be on top of that image, and let's do that. So here I'm going to add another div, and then this div we are going to add the class name here. So the class name here, we are going to make sure that we have flex, and then this one will be column. We are going to add a text here to be white, and also we can have the width to be width of 50%. Another thing is we can give a padding top of, let's say, something like 10% like that. So inside here now I can have like the first text, which is let me check here. So we have this first text, so I'm going to copy it. So this is just a span, so I'm going to add a span here, and then make sure that I add that text. So I'm going to also style it. So for this one, I'm going to give it the font size to have a font size of 30 pixels. Another thing is we are going to have a margin top of 3 like that. And then now let me check here in our application how it looks, so you can be able to see it's okay. Now here I can copy this also and then add it here as a heading. So here we have a heading right here. So this one we can add as H1 or maybe just a heading 2. So let me just add it as heading 1 like that. Let me add here also, this one should be heading 1. So this one, or we can add the class name here. For the class name, we are going to add the text, the font size. So the font size here, we are going to give it a font size of, let's say, 38 pixels. So like that, we are going to give it a margin top of 3 like that. So if I just come back here to my application, be able to see that it has been pressed here. So the other thing is we need to have another section, and this section is the one that is able to hold these two buttons here. So you can see we have this button and this one. So we are going to add this section. So class name here, let's add, it will be displayed horizontally. So also I want them to be on the same line, so I'm going to use item center, and margin top here, we are going to have a margin top of, let's say, 20 pixels like that. So inside here we are going to have the first button. So the first button here, and this one is donate now like that. And we have the other button here like that. and this one is for call. So we can add the call, and then here we can just add the any number. So for example, we can just give any number here, like that. We are going to add it like that. I think that's okay. So now if I do that and come back here to my project, you'll be able to see that we have these two buttons here, but we need to style them. So let's make sure that we style the first button here. So this one is the class. Let me just add the class name here. So I did a mistake here. So let me add a class name. So here I have a class name. And for the donate now, we are going to have a BG or background to be of red, and then 500. We are going to have a padding, and the padding here should be padding of 10 pixels. Another thing is we are going to have a width of 200 pixels, and also we are going to have the text to be white, and a cursor to be pointed. So we have cursor pointer, and margin right to be, we are going to have a margin right of 9, like that. I think now let me just see how it looks, so you can be able to see it there. Now another thing is, because here these buttons are identical, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this class name right here, and then I'm going to paste it in our button here. So let me, the second button, let me just go back, and then so don't know, so let me just paste it inside here, like that. And then this one we can be able to change now the color. So for this one we are going to give it a color of gray. So let me just make sure that I add the gray color here, and I think that's all. So here, let's see. So you can see now we have these two buttons here. So we have already added this button, or this donate now, and also this one for the uh, phone number here. So let's continue and build the other section, which is now this section that is for about us here. So let's do that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to make sure that I have that video. So this video here, let me see the video, this video here, and I'm going to make sure that, let me just make sure that it works, because I can see here it's not working. So yeah, it's working. So I'm going to make sure that I pull that and place it inside our project. So let's push it like that. Let me look for the public folder. So for the public folder is right here, so I'm going to place it there. Then I'm going to close that because I don't want it to play right now. So for the featured component, so we are going to create this part that you are calling featured.jsx, like that. And then this one is RFCE. Let's add that component. So, and we are going to import it in our home page. So let's come here to our home page here, and we are going to import it here. So featured, you can be able to see it there. I'm going to make sure that I add it like that. And now if I come back to my application, you'll be able to see that we have featured right here. So let's now create this section that is called featured. And this section here, you can see we have two parts. We have this one that has this card, and also we have this one that has this video. So let's create those two. So inside here, we are going to first of all remove this featured text, and we are going to create or cite this section here. So we are going to have a class here. We can make sure that those two, we are going to display them horizontally. So this one we are going to give a a padding of 200 pixels, like the logo and also the hero section. Margin top here, we are going to give them a margin top of 100 pixels, like that. And now we can start by creating the first. We are going to have the first card, and we are going also to have the other card here. So for this card, it holds a video, so we are going to add a video here. So video like that, we are going to give it the source to be just video, and then it is called video.mp4. Let me add it here. So inside here also we can add other things, like the things that we want to add here. For example, we going to add the height. So for this one, I'm going to add the height to have the height of let's say 450 pixels. So 450 pixels, we are going to have this width of 500. So width here should be width of 500 pixels. And also I think we can do several things. For example, we need to make sure that it loops so it doesn't stop, and also we need to mute the video, so if it has any sound, you need to mute it, and also make sure that it autoplay, so like that. So those are the things that you need to add here: loop, muted, and autoplay for that video. So another, now let me first of all make sure that I save that, and then when I come here and scroll, you'll be able to see that we have this video here. And right now it's just looping and is autoplaying all of that. So here we are going to now create the other card. So let's add a class name here. So for this tidying, we are going first of all to give it a background of gray, and background gray here 200. We are going to have the height to have a height of, let's say, 400 pixels. We are going to have a width of 500 pixels, like that of our video. So this card, and we are going to have to give it a z index of 10, so that it will be on top of everything in this page. So I'm going to give a margin top of, let's say, for example, 20 pixels, like that. So that means that we are going to make it to be just below the video, so you can be able to see it here. So another thing that we can be able to do here is that for this one that has a video, because if you check in our project here, you can be able to see that this card has entered inside this video. So to do that, what we can be able to do right here, let me style this card for the video. So this div here, so we are going to just let me just make sure that I add the class name here. So class name, and here we are going to have like the height should be 450 pixels. We are going to have a width of 500, so 500 pixels. And also now here, to make sure that the video is has a is inside this card here, so we are going to give here a negative margin, so margin depth to be negative 30 pixels. So if I do that and then come back here to my project, you'll be able to see now the video is inside now this card here. So and then we need to have to go back to this section here, where we are going to have another div inside here. So for this div, we are going, let's give it a class name. So a class name, and add a margin to be having a margin of 10. So this one is just 10 here, margin 10 all around. And let us format the code. So format the code here, and inside here we are going to have now our heading. So heading here is who we are, like that. I think it should not have a question mark, so we can just leave it like that, or because that is not a question that it is asking. So for the class name here, or the styling, so we are going to add a text here, font to be having a font size of 25 pixels, like that. So let's go back here and see, you can see the text right here. And also I think this one we can make it at least have a font that is bold. So I'm going to use a font semi bold. So if I do that, you can be able to see it there, or even I can just add the question mark. So you can just ask any question here. And then here we are going to have now this, if you come back here, you'll be able to see that we have this red line here that is horizontal. So to do that, we are going to use this hr here element, and we are going to style it. So the first thing that we are going to give it here is a background color of red, then 500. We are going to give it a width. So a width here, we are going to give a width of 100. So let's give 150 pixels. And also we are going to give it like a height of let's say 3 pixels. And the other thing is margin. Margin here should be having margin of 20 pixels, like that. I think that's okay. And if I come back here, be able to see that we have that line here. So now we need to add the other section here, and this is actually we need to have first of all this section. So let me copy this, let me copy it like that, and we are going to have a span. So span here, and add the text. After that, let's see, let me see how it looks like. Yeah, I won't be able, actually I won't style it. So now we can have the other part here, which is now the list. So I'm going to use an ordered list. So an ordered list here, the first thing that we are going to have here is an ordered list, and this one I'm going to add just the class name. I'm going to style it, give it a margin top of 3, and also we are going to actually it's just that, and then I can be able to copy from here. So the first one, so it is this here. So let me copy it. So I don't know why it is actually it has agreed to, or it is, we are able to copy it. So here also I'm going to copy this list here, and to paste it, let me see how many times that I need to paste it. 4 times. So I'm going to paste it here, so like that. So I'm going to just change here several this other text. So copy this number 2 here. So let me copy this here. So from here, all of it, and then paste it here. Let me paste it as number 2 here. So let me actually add to there. We are going to copy the other one for this one, and add it as our number 3 right here. So let me copy this and paste it here like that. And now we have 2 left, which is number 4. And number 4, let me just come here and let me copy this and paste it as our number 4 right here. So let me see it here. Let me paste it here, and now we have the other part here, which is part 5. So copy that, and then we are going to paste it here. So let me just paste it here, and then now that is it. Let me now save this part and see how it looks. So yeah, you can see how how good it looks. So now we have this section here. So in the other video, we are going to continue with the contact us page here, and also our footer, so that we go to the admin side where we are able to create the admin dashboard. So I don't want this video to be longer than this, so make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and I'll be able to see you on the other video. Have a great day. See you on